We tore the street sign down. We used to pull up in front of this house and pray in front of the house because we knew that our life and our family was going to be lived in this house. And when we got there, after we closed, we said, hold on, don't take the sign down. We want to see you pull the shovel out and take the sign down. We prayed this for sale sign out the front door.
You ain't got time to be sitting around here reminiscing. But see, I can say this, but that's the problem with emotional attachment. When you become emotionally attached, you can't walk away. You need the woman to come back. You need her to give you something emotionally. Why? Because you poured all your emotion into her and then she fucking left. See, when you pour your emotion into a woman, it's not ever worth the risk of her leaving with all of your emotional energy. Because when she leaves with all your emotional energy, you look like Tyrese. You can't even love yourself enough to not sit on here and make a fool out of yourself like this.
Nowhere to get the lies, but I know you came here to get the truth. Welcome to the Alphasphere.
Welcome to the Alphasphere, the only place on the planet that's totally engulfed in positivity and totally submerged in alpha energy. I'm your host, Dr. BOA.
You pick somebody who down with you.
Yeah.
And that's really the key, because somebody who down with you ain't gonna hang you if it go bad. You know who down with you. Everybody in here, if you around somebody that's down with you, you know it. That's the person that you have patience with and you gamble with. If they not down with you, don't mess with them.
In order to have a woman who's down for you, she can't have a high body count. A woman with a high body count can't be down for nobody. She can't do it. She'll never recover from the balance loss in her feminine energy from taking all the chances of intimate dance with all these romances with all these different cats.
In front of my house is my office. And so I would send the nanny out the front door, and I had curtains and my windows are tinted in my office. And so every time Sam would pull up to drop the baby off, I'd be standing behind the curtain and just looking. And everything about her energy was like she had literally disconnected and disassociated herself from everything that had to do with everything.
Here's the thing that you may have to understand. If you spend enough time with a woman, you're gonna become emotionally attached to her. I don't care who you are, even the great Dr. BOA. If I spend enough quality time with a woman, I'm gonna become emotionally attached to her. See, I'm not telling you, man, I'm immune to emotional attachment. If I spend enough time with a woman, now I may have to spend more time than the average man, but if I spend enough time with a woman, we all have that threshold where we cross it, we're going to become emotionally attached. And we're going to start looking at her like she's the one. Man, all of these things. Let me tell y'all a secret right now. And I'm not going to say no one else has ever said this because I'm going to be honest with you. I don't listen to a whole lot of content that's anything similar to mine. But when you meet a woman in the beginning who's been with a lot of men, she's an expert at knowing what men like on a low level. You understand what I'm saying? She gonna cook for you. She gonna clean for you. If she can clean, might not be the best clean job, but she gonna cook for you for sure. And she gonna cook for you with a smile. She gonna enjoy cooking for you. Listen, all the quality time, she gonna love the quality time. She gonna know how to curl up under you like a female and tuck her feet up under her. She gonna know how to do all of that. But not because you're so special, because all of those experiences with all of those men, you can't help but understand what men like, what a woman is made of until times get hard. And you will find out that the majority of the women who have multiple men in their past, they will bail out at the first possible opportunity. The first sign of trouble, they'll bail out. These are the type of women that will say things like, well, I don't want to really get married anyway. Because she doesn't even want the responsibility of having to stay and try to make something work or put in a little extra work or a little bit of extra, shut up and is obedience. She's not going to do that because she can't. And we're going to get into some really deep reasons why. Let's finish listening to Tyrese, man, who's caught up emotionally on this woman and then can't understand that she never was in love. See, men mistake emotional attachment or emotional attraction with being in love. No, you as a man fall in love. The woman is just experiencing emotional attraction. You become emotionally attached. She becomes emotionally attracted, but she's only emotionally attracted to your emotional attachment. After a while, if you don't become emotionally attached, then her emotional attraction to you is going to wane. The physical attraction may still be there. The intimate attraction may still be there. But if you never become emotionally attached, then her emotional attraction is going to wane, because in the beginning, it's hopeful emotional attraction. She's hoping she can get what she wants emotionally out of a situation. So let's get back into this. Keep listening to this beta male simp mangina, man.
She would get out the car, singing like this to the baby in the car seat. She would get the baby, hand it to the nanny, and just get in the car. Okay, bye, and drive the fuck off. And I would be sitting in the fucking window, just like this, looking for something before you get in the car. Can you have a moment? Look up at the house. Look at your life and your world that we shared together. We tore the street sign down. We used to pull up in front of this house and pray in front of the house because we knew that our life and our family was going to be lived in this house. And when we got there, after we closed, we said, hold on, don't take the sign down. We want to see you pull the shovel out and take the sign down. We prayed this for sale sign out the front door.
See, when you pour your emotion into a woman, it's not ever worth the risk of her leaving with all of your emotional energy. Because when she leaves with all your emotional energy, you look like Tyrese. You can't even love yourself enough to not sit on here and make a fool out of yourself like this. And then y'all men go straight out of one relationship straight into another one. So y'all do whatever little emotional energy you can rebuild between relationship, you go and get that to the next woman. That's why Tiger Woods is in the situation he's in, because his first wife left him with all the money and all of his emotional energy. He turned around and put another woman in the same situation, but he gonna be smart this time and not wife her up. Well, guess what? When you cohabitate with a woman, let me tell you something, brothers, and I mean this. Even if you have a wife, of course, I don't mean legal wife, but even if you have a wife, y'all need to have separate residences. You cannot be in an environment that's got females in it every day.
You can't do it.
You know how we call military basic training, prison, training camp in sports, the most brutal, violent, masculine physicality that's going on? Because the female presence is low. You have to be less masculine in the presence of females all the time. Because if you're just an all-out hardcore masculine man all the time around women, man, they're gonna be afraid of you. Am I saying you're supposed to be a sucker or something? No, but I'm saying you can't be rah-rah. You can't be with your girl the way you are with your homies. You can't be that way, because she's not going to respond to it. And so if you have that around you all the time, you're going to keep suppressing your rah-rah till you ain't going to have no rah-rah left. And as a man in this world, homie, you need that rah-rah. You don't never know when you're going to need that rah-rah to bust out. But you have to remember, emotional attachment is never worth it. I'm not saying don't have a woman. At some point, I'm going to have a woman. You understand what I'm saying? At some point I am, you know what I'm saying? I keep trying them on for size, man. Can't really find nothing that fit. But at some point, man, I might pop up on y'all, man. I may have a shot, man. I'm talking about real life. I may have a girlfriend, homie. I may, man. I'm not. What I'm saying is, I'm not against it, but she's definitely gonna have to be a woman, man, that she gonna have to tick all the boxes. Because if she don't tick all the boxes, I'm not even letting her get close to me. You know what I'm saying? I'm not going to do it, because this is how you end up. The more quality time you spend, especially once you cohabitate, you're emotionally attached. Cohabitation is automatic emotional attachment. And I'm just telling you, emotional attachment itself isn't a bad thing. Emotional attachment with these women who have all of these bodies, that is a different ball game. Let's finish this clown up, man.
And I just wanted her to give the baby to the nanny. And before she get in the car, just look up and go, then get in the car and leave. Yeah. Give me something that feels like we had a life in this mother for 5 years. So I don't understand. So this is not a song. I don't think you ever loved me. It's not because she left me. People leave each other all the time. It was all the other shit that happened that was so heartless and so abrasive. And here I am. I got the biggest heart of anybody you'll ever meet. And I would have never done that to me. I would have never done that to her.
Now, here's what I want y'all to understand about this. He said he needed her to let him know that she loved him. And he said, this isn't a song. I don't feel like you ever loved me, because she didn't. I keep telling you, anybody who truly loves you can't take you to court and try to tell you and try to ruin your life. People who love you forever. Your mama loved you, whether she was a good mom or a bad mom, she loved you. Your dad loves you, whether he was around or not. I can guarantee you that dude loved you. Of course, there are some exceptions to the rule. I'm not saying this is fail safe and foolproof, or foolproof and fail safe. But for the most part, your children, man, they love you. From the time they born to the time you die, they love you. You're not going to meet a woman who gives you that. She can't. She doesn't have that type of attachment to you. That is an emotional attachment to you. See, you can go be emotionally attached to her, but she's not going to be emotionally attached to you. That's why in divorce, that's why such a large percentage of divorces are filed by women. That's why women go in court and get everything they can out of you, because there was never any love there. Marriage isn't about love. Relationships aren't about love. They're about mutual interest in the process of your progress. This ain't 100 years ago. That time is gone. And y'all guys still out here trying to do this traditional marriage shit. And then you end up looking like this fool right here. And yes, he is looking like a fool.